All right, hi everybody. It's me, Bonkai922. Yeah, uploaded Attack on Titan chapter review, uploaded the JoJo episode review. Now it's time for Souma. Souma. Um, Shokugeki no Soma, episode 3, the chef that never smiles. Pretty much this was. You know what I liked about this episode, and this is sort of like, and I wonder if this is just the JC staff saying, okay, you see these characters right here? You don't see their faces. You see them? Okay. Like as a suggestion. As like, yeah, these people are important. Wait and see. That's basically what they did, because this was like the opening ceremony. Of course, Arena, anime only watchers, stick with it. I know Irena is a bitch as of right now. She gets better. She gets better. I find that she gets better. Anyone who's read the manga knows. But I just let you know. It happens. But yeah, it's pretty much that. And someone grew. She was like, "What? Like I thought I failed you." What was the sneaky old grandfather? He came out and he ate him like, pass. So he's in. We get to see Megumi. I haven't decided if she's my favorite in Soma. Favorite female. I don't know. It's a tough decision. I think it's between Megumi and hmm, tough decision. I think Megumi. I like her because logistically she throughout the series and not just in this episode, I felt like she was a character that you can really get behind. She came from a place where she's not like Soma. She really doesn't have that much skills, but as it goes along, eventually you find out things about her. And I found that in this episode, it really, really reopens my eyes about Megumi. She's really a good character. Um, so sort of, I don't want to put this on her, but she's like, if this was like, I don't want to bring in Dragon Ball Z here, but if this was Dragon Ball Z, she would be one of the human fighters. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. She would be one of the human fighters. But unlike the human fighters, she would actually, you know, sort of whatever. But I don't want to spoil. I don't want to try not to spoil too much because people are gonna be like, "What are you doing, Bonka? You're spoiling." But in this, we get that she's not doing very well. She barely passed the entrance exam, and we get into where they, Soma has that speech, and everyone's like, they pissed off at him. They're being dicks and douches because they're jealous of greatness. So during their they have this guy who's the chef that never smiles, and this guy, these two idiots, they sabotage them, put salt in the beef, like fucking dicks. Like get your dicks out of your assholes, you asshole. But it doesn't do anything because they still come out on top because, and this is what I like about Soma. I think because he read textbooks and because he with cooking, he always would try to find ways to improve his cooking. He would always look in the textbook or look here or look there and find interesting new ways to improve his cooking. And this is just one of those coincidences or situations where he came out and he boom, here, this is how I did it. And he did the braised beef. And he was able to make it more juicy by adding what? Honey. It's amazing. It really is. And that's what makes, I feel like that's what makes Soma such an interesting show, an interesting manga, an interesting anime, because the main character is about cooking and he's able to just, because he learned things. He looked up things. He has a knowledge of it. I mean, you compare where he is here to later in the series, yeah, it's a big difference. But for now, the anime only watchers can look at this and say to themselves, "Oh, this is going to continue. He's going to continue this span of how he does his cooking like this." But Yeah, it was a good episode. And then he gives it to the guy and he smiles and like he was saying how he wanted to give him a higher rating. I'm like, yo, that was awesome. But rating wise, I'm gonna. It's growing on me. The whole food orgasms. They're doing them to a T. They're doing them to a T. I'm not going to abruptly say they got it on pat down, lockdown, JC staff, but they did it to the best of their ability, and that's what matters. So, and then they did that, and the guy, the guy's the sauce is burnt, and he spills, by accident, the guy spills salt in it. He's like, no, and then they get it eaten. And I'm like, yeah, you deserve that, bitch. And at the end of the episode, we basically have a rain. Listen, her like thing about Souma, it sticks with it. It's still there. It stays. But her, I don't hate her so much. At first, when I read it, I was like, this girl's a bitch. Like, come on. Really? Are you that upset? All because he's like this? Come on. Get the off his dick. Damn. But now she's a little different. I don't want to spoil that, though, because people come after me with pitchforks. But this was a good episode. I liked how they did it. The scene with the honey, yeah, that was, because like that looks like piss. I'm sorry, that looks like Megumi's getting pissed on. But when you see like the river of honey, then you're like, okay. But good episode. Liked how they did it. 4.5 out of 5 for now. As long as I like what I'm seeing and they're sticking to the closely sticking to the manga, I'm probably gonna give most of these episodes 4.5s. Until I see something really spectacular, done spectacular with the anime wise. But yeah, good episode. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Episode 3 in the books. Next week we get the Polar Dorm. That should be very interesting. You need a whole set of characters that are just gonna woohoo in that regard. So this should be interesting. Madonna of the Polar Star, I think it's called. No? But yeah, that's pretty much the story. Bonkai 922. I'll see you guys later.